वेलकम टू स्टॉक मार्केट विद केआर। स्वागत है आपका आज के स्पेशल पॉडकास्ट में। टुडे वी हैव अ वेरी स्पेशल गेस्ट शांतनु जोशी और ये एक यंग ऑप्शन सेलर है। सो टुडे वी लर्न मोर अबाउट शांतनु। सो हे शांतनु, वेलकम टू स्टॉक मार्केट्स विद केआर। हाउ इज इट गोइंग?
Hi, Krunal. It's going very well. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, to speak about myself and talk about markets with you.
Thanks, man. The pleasure is all mine, and I'm sure it's the pleasure of our viewers and listeners also. So, how
I'm
about
sure.
you? Tell us more about yourself. What's your background? How did you get started?
So, I'm 23 years old and I started trading in the markets, to be specific, in the cash markets in the year 2017. I was introduced to the markets by a relative, my uncle, and we started trading in the cash market since 2017. And so yeah, I started on a very small note with a small
Mm-hmm.
capital. Like I was around 18 years of age back then,
Mm-hmm.
so I started with around 10,000 rupees
Mm-hmm.
and blew it all up. To be very honest, blew it all up.
Right.
So yeah, I traded in stocks like India Bulls, and
Mm.
then there is Jet Airways, Reliance, and all those volatile stocks, and
True.
lost it all.
Right.
So yeah, and then worked on my mistakes, realized kya galti hui.
Mm.
So yeah, 2017 to 2018 was my cash market phase.
Mm-hmm.
Then एक point ऐसा आ गया था, that I got so used to like the stock prices. Ki you name a company and I was able to mention the stock price of that particular
Mm.
company. So yeah, and then 2019 I took a break from it because I was actually preparing for my CFA along with my undergrad
Correct.
finance. So yeah, I prepared for my CFA. Didn't go well again, and then yeah, and then came 2020 COVID. So I got introduced to options, and I was introduced to option selling again, to be
Mm-hmm.
specific. Then I was, very much taken aback कि अरे ये तो टीटा डी के तो एक edge है. So
Right.
started selling options again. I started with one lot.
Okay.
Saw that it was working.
Mm.
Then I slowly scaled up. I
Okay.
traded in Bank Nifty and Nifty. I was more inclined towards Bank Nifty, because वहाँ पे multiple strikes होते हैं,
Mm-hmm.
wherein you can adjust compared to
Correct.
Nifty. Liquidity wasn't an issue for me because again I started with one lot. So
Correct.
25 quantity तो ऐसे ही निकल जाती है.
Mm.
Then yeah, and then I slowly scaled up, and the margin wasn't an issue. So on a capital of let's say 30 lakhs, I was selling 1,000 quantities, 1,500 quantities, 2,000 quantities.
Right.
And तब expiries relatively ज़्यादा काम होते थे. There were lesser spikes as well
True.
in option premiums. So I was able to make a killing. And then 2020, as we all know, selling puts worked like a charm.
Mm.
The money I lost was only in selling calls.
Okay.
And मैंने देखा था लाइव सर्किट लगते हुए मार्केट में, बट तब तक फॉर्चुनेटली कोई ओवरनाइट ट्रेड्स लेता नहीं था मैं.
Mm-hmm.
एंड ज्यादा था नहीं उस वक्त, मतलब एक्सपोजर ज्यादा था नहीं उस वक्त ओवरनाइट ट्रेड्स के अंदर. इट वाज ओनली इंट्राडे.
Okay.
Then again I realized कि positionally भी टीटा डीके का एडवांटेज ले सकते हैं. So I started trading iron condors, and then ratio spreads. Iron flies was very much in during that time. निफ्टी में 200-300 पॉइंट इन द मनी जाके आयन फ्लाई क्रिएट करते थे बिकॉज ट्रेंड बुलिश था. तो काफी बार एट द मनी भी एंड हुए हैं मेरे थर्सडेज पे आयन
Okay.
फ्लाइज.
Okay.
एंड yeah, so that is pretty much it. And I've been trading in options since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Last 6 months positionally इतना अच्छा नहीं जा रहा है, but then July I made a decision कि I am going to switch to intraday completely.
Okay.
July so far has gone well. I was able to make around 3.5% on capital.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And positionally, I'll be very honest, last 3 months I couldn't make anything. Like it was very difficult. Like since April, May, and June, they were very difficult, especially May. 19th May, I lost around around 6 to 7% of my capital, because उस दिन I remember Nifty was trading around 16,100 पे close हुआ था Wednesday पे, and Thursday सीधा gap down हुआ 15,800 पे, and I had 16,000 put options which were not hedged, so I learned my lesson, the hard way. तो तब से positionally करने में भी I'll be very honest डर सा बैठ गया, and हाँ, so July has been going well. Relatively calmer था intraday.
That's good.
हाँ, fingers crossed. Yes.
Right, that's
so,
good.
हाँ, अभी तक तो यही चल रहा है. देखते हैं अगस्त कैसा जाता है.
I hope even better. I hope your equity curve keeps making higher highs and much higher lows.
No drawdowns, hopefully.
Definitely. So, by the way, in case any viewer or listener is wondering, ये भाई iron fly और सब क्या बोल रहे हैं, is this complicated and all, उस पे आएंगे हम लोग. Give us some time. So basically, ये वाला जो हमारा podcast है, Shantanu has been kind enough to give us a lot more time. So we have more episodes, and what this helps us do is कि हम अच्छे से episodes में break down कर लेंगे. So आज के episode में we'll learn a lot more about this young personality, and in the coming episodes, we'll learn more about how he trades, and from what he's told me, it's going to be very exciting to understand his stories and his experiences. So with that, Shantanu, I really am curious कि बहुत लोग क्या करते हैं, especially in today's day and age. In fact, even in today's day and age, people are still a little, confused कि भाई markets में जाए कि नहीं, and we are still seeing many people who are entering the markets at a relatively, older age. So now, given that you were so young, given that you've been exposed to the markets from an early age, how does your perception form, and what is exactly your perception of the markets at this stage?
Sky is the limit. I mean,
True.
I'm not saying this, after looking at those M2M screenshots that I see on Twitter.
True.
But I think sky is the limit. I mean, once you get a grip of it, there's no looking back. I mean, that is why I'm here, right? I am not a fool, who's not, going abroad, for his masters. I have dime a dozen friends, who've gone abroad for their masters.
True.
And मैं अकेले रोज 9:15 to 3:30 रोज रूम में होता हूँ. मैं पागल नहीं हूँ जो पूरा 6 घंटे स्क्रीन के सामने बैठा हूँ. And because I really see a potential कि you can make a killing out of this if you know what to trade and when to trade and when not to trade more.
Correct.
So when not to trade is actually more important looking at the current market scenario.
Very true.
Fed events, Fed events ले लो, RBI policy ले लो, any data that is going to come out.
Correct.
More importantly, how you trade those events and what is your overnight risk if you are taking any trades. What is the quantity size you're trading on? I mean, I'll be very honest. I have learned my lessons the hard way in the markets. I have lost and gained at the same time, but I've realized how not to lose is more important, because if you're not making losses, you're going to end up in profits.
Correct. So, I think that's a very definitely that's true. I think one thing that's important for our especially for our viewers and listeners who are just starting out is कि मेरे को बहुत लोग क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं कि what is the target ROI. Now I always tell them that मैं बोलता हूँ 0% पे aim करो if you are starting out, or 0% पे aim करो, and then once you are at 0,
capital protection, exactly, more important.
True. So
you have another day to live.
Yeah, exactly. Survival is the most important. So I like that you also feel that way. Thoda,
that attitude is the most important. I feel, because if you blow up your capital, it is going to take you years again to build up that confidence and trade in the markets. But if your capital is protected, then you have another day to live and hopefully make some more money.
Very true. Very true. And given that this has been your main source of income and your main bread and butter in a way, what's your advice to someone who's just starting out, or someone who is very curious to make a career in the markets, maybe as an independent trader or otherwise?
Don't be in a hurry.
Okay.
Is what I would say. Don't be in a hurry. take your time to learn, and most importantly, stay hedged. I mean, FNO के अंदर, if you're not hedged,
True.
you are going to blow up your capital in every way possible.
True.
I mean, if you are unhedged, मतलब naked selling तो मत करो, is my advice. करो, but naked selling मत करो. I mean, even if it is even if you're hedging it like 300 points away in Nifty and 500 points away in Bank Nifty, वो रखो. Naked puts या calls मत लेके जाओ overnight.
True.
Intraday, I think the best feature that NSE has is stop loss, is what I feel. Out of all the things, because my stop loss is always there in the system.
Okay.
Recently, I've been scaling up, so I know the importance of stop loss. Like,
correct.
Hey, and especially stop loss market order तो कभी मत डालो. Stop loss limit orders ही use करो, because I have faced slippages of, let's say, 30 points and 25 points, and trading on a quantity 1,000 quantity के ऊपर भी अगर तुम 30 point slippage face करो, that is 30,000 rupees.
That's a lot. Yeah.
So
true.
Yeah, and stop loss market orders is a big no. I mean, I've seen examples on Twitter, where people have faced slippages of 400, 300 points.
My God.
So it is scary, but if you do the right thing, I mean, nothing can stop you.
True, that's true. So is this similar to the advice you would give yourself if you met your 2017 self?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Anything else that
it would be the same thing. Anything else, I wouldn't really add anything else. It would just be, ki stay calm and things will eventually work out if you're doing the right things. I mean, follow a particular process and a system.
True.
And it will work out in the end.
That's good. That's good. More reassuring words for our beginner listeners. That's good. That's good. Now, I am actually very curious and intrigued by this one sentence you mentioned, and because it's something I have seen and experienced too. That so many of your friends are going abroad to study, and you mentioned this. So given that you have made a conscious decision not to, what is your rationale behind it, and do you feel like for the lack of a better phrase, the odd one out for not going that way?
सच बोलो, मेरा खुद का छोटा भाई अभी डबलिन जा रहा है ट्रिनिटी कॉलेज. He is leaving in a month's time.
Right.
And my thinking is that markets are not going to ask me my degree when I punch an order.
True.
They are not going to ask me kya kiya hai, what is your experience in the corporate world or anything of that sort.
True.
And as far as I am concerned, for me, practical knowledge is more important than theoretical or bookish knowledge, because theoretical knowledge is not going to give you money at the end of the day. When you're working at your desk, in that corporate, because the practical knowledge over a period of time that you gain is going to give you that edge over your peers.
Very true.
And the same thing applies over here as well. When I'm punching an order, market is not asking me masters kiya hai. Market is not going to ask me that. What is your GPA? Nahi पूछने वाला hai.
True.
Even a 12th pass can punch the same orders, but it is important. A degree is important. I'm not saying degree is not important, but yeah, this is my outlook towards it. And yeah, that is it.
Fair enough. Now, as a sort of follow-up question to that, you said degree is important. Now, I am of the same opinion. Let me get that very clear before people start coming in my comments. Ki hi university scam and all. I don't believe in that. I feel a formal education is good. But I'm also curious to understand how your formal education, whether it's your CFA prep, whether it's your MBA right now, or whether it's your undergrad, how do you think that has helped you in your career path so far?
I mean, I'll be very honest.
Yes.
ज़्यादा help नहीं किया है.
Okay.
I'll be very honest. ज़्यादा help नहीं किया है, because you look at the Indian system as such. Even if I've pursued a BBA in finance, correct? My major was finance. We were not taught about option strategies in any which way.
Oh.
हमें derivatives के ऊपर touch किया था, and that's it.
अच्छा.
Like, even if you look at CFA में cover हुआ था, technical analysis का part cover हुआ था, equities का part cover हुआ था, derivatives एक अलग सा topic भी था जिसका weightage भी अच्छा खासा है. So उसमें थोड़ा बहुत help हो गया था, but as far as my undergrad is concerned and my MBA is concerned, not much.
Okay,
Not much.
fair enough.
CFA ने हाँ help definitely किया है,
हाँ.
but again, you know, CFA ने मुझे ये नहीं सिखाया कि जब IB spike आती है तब तुम premiums को कैसे tackle करते हो.
True.
CFA ने मुझे ये नहीं सिखाया, and मैं कोई CFA मैंने level 1 भी clear नहीं किया, मैं will be very honest.
Right.
नहीं हुआ था मेरे से level 1 clear. I lagged in fixed income, bonds
Okay.
and all of that. जो मेरा कुछ लेना देना भी नहीं है bond market से. I
True.
don't trade bond markets.
True.
So yeah, and इतना help नहीं किया है, but again, you know, एक crux बता दिया है, एक basics बता दिया है कि how things work, as in how the whole system works, and what exactly is a derivative contract. I mean,
True.
zero sum game है, right? If I'm making money, somebody else is going to lose money. So
True.
ये सब concepts मेरे को ये सब चीजों से मालूम पड़ी है. But yeah, it is more of, you know, 9 to 3:30 that has helped me, and
That's
not
good.
5 to 12, which I used to, you know, use for my study hours.
True.
9 to 3:30 has helped me the most.
Practice makes you know, as close to perfect as one can get, I would say. But so yeah, so more about your trading strategies and your positions and such will be there in the second episode. Now I want to make sure that you know, we have good content, power packed and info packed content for that one as well. So I think
I'm looking forward to that.
yes, for this episode I think your just understanding your journey and your bus top high level insights has been good. Now we'll delve deeper and or you know exciting info milega hame. So I think the viewers can join us you know, in the next episode. Any closing remarks?
Stay tuned for the second episode, because
right,
that is going to, you know, not give you any secret sauce as such, but it is going to give you a seller's perspective.
True.
And against a buyer's perspective, or, you know,
Yes.
whatever you have planned.
Right.
But yeah, this is all about me.
That's good. Thanks for giving your time on a Sunday afternoon. I know that you know how important Sunday afternoons are. But yeah, I think I'm sure this will help our viewers as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the second episode and discussing a lot more about the markets.
Yeah. Thank you so much for giving this podium, I would say.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for you know, giving your time. मिलते हैं second episode में. तब तक subscribe करना guys. Please don't forget. देखो मुझे typical YouTuber जैसे
like,
बोलना नहीं.
comment and share this.
Yes. Bell icon, share, comments, all of those
Everything.
good things. Yes. I mean, YouTube videos सबने देखे, अब तो script पता ही चल गई होगी आप लोगों को. So please go ahead and do that, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks and take care. Happy trading, happy analysis.